X, you got a public service announcement, dog. Go ahead.
Man, when you hear Footballville and Caneville, you better respect that. Don't call our name in your mouth. I ain't playing. That's it.
We done
y'all
and
finished,
we
y'all done.
We done and we finished.
Y'all finished and y'all done. That's it.
We done and we finished.
We gonna get our credit one way or the other.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the cliff of the gunshine state. One of them boys still boring in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get cake and stop hating is the motto of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk.
Talk to me, man. What did we talk about?
The information we put out, we want our credit. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta stop taking that information, putting it on y'all blog sites, and getting credit.
Right.
We like, in the streets. I think we got more connections than most of them. I'm just being honest.
We have our team, we have our connections, and we not only in the streets, man. We throughout this business, and we're ground rooted. We can pick up the phone and call and talk to a lot of people. A lot of y'all can't pick up the phone and talk to. All we saying is this. Like, listen, we put it in video. Now we done start putting it in writing on Twitter. And if it's out there first, then yeah, we said it.
Then most of y'all went to journalism school, so y'all know the proper professional is to credit.
Right. The proper etiquette.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what y'all supposed to do.
Like Barry Jackson took the other day. He took what I said on video, and shout out to Barry Jackson. He put in words so fast my question to Manny Diaz, and he put Footballville Nation. He didn't add it, you know what I'm saying? But he put it.
But at least he gave the credit.
Yeah, right. And then he came back and he said, listen, I didn't have the at. I don't know how he didn't have the at. I don't know, but when it comes to the pioneers, you know what I'm saying? Barry, Larry, man, I just be sometimes feel like, all right, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Larry could get anything from me. It's like whatever. But what I'm saying is, if Barry could give us our credit, some of y'all look puny. You know what I'm saying? Give credit where credit due, man. Like, give credit where credit due. Let people know where y'all hearing and that. We're no longer in a cave anymore. I mean, we out here. We credentialed with the University of Miami. We're going to be credentialed with the Miami Dolphins eventually. Footballville, we just saying we respect what we got going on. Are we going to stay on your necks?
All day, every day, man.
Period.
And I ain't playing, I ain't going to say it no more.
Are we done? Are we finished? Are we done? We finished. Listen, bro. Footballville came with a lot going on this week, man. Too much going on this week. Let's get into the Manny question. I asked Manny a question that I have been saying for a while. I said, listen, University of Miami last 15 years, number one in the coastal in recruiting. Okay, that comes from recruiting rankings, obviously. Last 5 years, we put more players in the NFL than any team. You could tell Manny responds that his first start is everybody's first start. Any team in the ACC, even Clemson, a banner just went across his head. Right. Clemson got 27, we got 28. We'll throw the graphic up. We got all the names. Manny couldn't answer the question. He didn't.
Hey, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Let me repeat it. So listen, because I'm not in here to be stumping nobody. That ain't my thing. That ain't never been it. That ain't never been my thing. I come in here, I try to have fun with these little boring questions that these people be asking. I try to have fun with it. I try to give people another side of the kids, do that thing. But that's an answer that I wanted to know. Because we're always talking about recruiting. We say it all the time. We recruit better kids, you know what I'm saying?
Get better results. That's what it's supposed to be.
We get better results. We always talk about recruiting. You think, I heard Joe Rose the other day say, anybody on this roster we fear? We need to get better kids. Right. So, I'm on my ESPN. What if I told you Miami has out-recruited everybody in the ACC except Clemson the last 15 years? 15 years, they've out-recruited. The last 5 years, we number one in putting people in the NFL. What if I told you we've been number one in recruiting in the Coastal for 15 years? So, if you're saying we have to get better players, okay, maybe we can't play with Alabama right now because somehow we've gotten to the bottom of the barrel with some of the best kids in the nation, right? Why the fuck we can't beat Pitt? Why we can't put our hand around Virginia neck and say, nah, dog, this is our coastal this year? Why we can't kick Duke in the face 15 years straight and say, there's no way y'all should be on the field with us? Let me know in the comment section below. The comment section below. Bueller, anybody. Why can't we take control of the coastal one year like Pitt did this year and win the damn thing? Other than going up there, beating Pitt, boxing Pitt in the head and getting a second place trophy or whatever we gonna get.
That's crazy. We are second.
I'm like, how could we do that? But we can't run, you know what I'm saying? Give a whole full body of work and run the whole table and win the coastal. We just talking about the coastal, dog.
Yeah, and then, you know, the way he answered it, basically, I'm not responsible for the last 15 years.
He's not.
Okay, well, what about the last 6 years? You've been here 6 years. What about the last 6 years?
But I told him that, though. I was like, listen, I know you're not responsible for the last 15 years. But if you had to take a guess, Manny, or anybody on the staff, get all of them back there behind you. If you had to take a guess, what would the answer be? And that's what I'm saying. Why am I so passionate about this? You know, we just interviewed Wesley Bissainthe. Because Wesley Bissainthe when he was a kid. I got film of Highsmith when he was 8 years old. I know these kids. When they come through and they fail, they go right back to their hood. They go right back to where they from. So if we saying that these kids are getting to Miami and can't play, I'm calling bullshit on it. That's why I want to know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling bullshit on it. Because all of them cannot play. It's bullshit. You feel me? Like, you're not finna tell me they all get to Miami and all of a sudden
Forget how to play.
and they forget how to play. And now in 3 years, you got Joe Rose saying, well, we need better kids.
I don't get the better kids thing because these same kids will leave and go to another school and then be good.
I just saw Elijah Moore tearing the Dolphins' ass up this weekend.
Elijah Moore, 2-2. Kids that you didn't want.
Did we recruit Elijah Moore?
They didn't want him. He's too short.
What did they say? He's too short?
He's too short.
Too slow?
Nah, they ain't say he was slow. They just say he's too short.
I mean, to the point where he was believing.
They don't know what Tutu Atwell going to play in college. We ain't going to recruit him.
Right.
Like, obviously, he's not going to be the quarterback, but he can run and can catch.
But the crazy part is this. You don't get Keith Brown because you got the option of getting Keith Brown or Brashard Smith. That's what your buffet look like. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in a better position than you. You like, nah, we let Keith go to Texas A&M. We'll take Brashard.
Man, I want them both.
What?
I want them both.
I mean, but the fact that you can get one, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you had Roscoe Parrow and Sonoris Moss on the field at the same time, and both of them 5'8".
Right.
Height? What you mean height? Give me a player who can play.
Right, but listen, it ain't like you brought in slouch at the other wide receiver positions. You brought in Jacoby George and Romello Princeton. Your buffet ain't Golden Corral. You know what I'm saying? You're picking from. I mean, you got the top cuisine, top shelves you picking from for 15 years.
Texas, Brazil, you picking from that. They giving you stuff. They keep giving you stuff every year. Here we go. Here goes some more meat.
So that's where the question came from, and all I wanted was an answer. Like, he was like, "Well, I don't know what answer you're looking for. I want you to answer my question. You got the answers. Like, it ain't what I'm looking for. I just gave you facts, and I want to know why hasn't it turned into success?"
Yeah, it was one of the questions where he was definitely not prepared because now I'm starting to see that most of the questions they ask him, he's prepared for already.
Well, he can answer them. I mean, not most of them. I mean, most of them. When the boy asked him after the Alabama game, listen, you had 6 months to prepare for this game. You go out there and you're down 28 zip. Could you explain us how it happened? He wasn't really. Yeah, that one kind of got him too. And listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Manny's a man with a family like I am. It ain't about money. It ain't about he get paid all that money. I don't care. No, only broke people say goofy stuff like that. I'm not here. I'm sure he's going through enough. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not here to make things worse on him. You know what I'm saying? But I hear when he's saying, hey, the answer is in recruiting, and we got to recruit better kids, right? That's his message. He's also saying the kids that we have
aren't good enough.
That's what I hear. Am I crazy? Is this like women? You know, women take what you say and they just flip it. Like, am I hearing this wrong? You're also saying the kids that we have aren't good enough.
And my thing with that statement when he's saying we got to recruit better kids. Okay, 2022, you aren't recruiting the kids. So what you mean we got to recruit better kids? What does that mean? Oh well, we're going to go into the transfer portal.
But he ended with saying they're happy with their last two recruiting classes. The last recruiting classes was pretty good.
It was pretty good, and that they are on the field doing most of everything. Right.
But back to my complete thought. Like I'm saying, when I stumped him like that, it was uncomfortable for me, cause I just always thought that he's a coach. He get up here, he knows how to coach speak out of any situation. What I didn't realize was that the work that went into that question. See, I'm only thinking that knowing that Miami out recruiting them, okay, you can assume that. Knowing that Miami out recruit the Coastal, you could assume that. But what my people who did the research brought to my attention was that it's the fact that you know what every other school did. That homework that had to be done to figure that out. And you come back around to, damn.
Okay, so maybe that's why he didn't know how to answer it, because he didn't know what every other school did.
Yeah, he didn't know. What it was is that he didn't know.
Yeah, because when when we said we had the most players drafted, he was like, "Oh, I gotta." He like, "Oh."
He didn't know. Yeah. He didn't know. We assume that he know these things, and I'm sure a lot of people in the media who were listening didn't know. You get what I'm saying? They didn't know. But when you hear it, I don't think that's one of those facts where it's like, man, you just smearing stuff. Then you can switch that anyway. You can't flip that anyway. 24/7 Sports and Rivals, yeah, they get recruiting wrong all the time. They ain't got it wrong for 15 years. They have not. They have not got it wrong for 15 years. That's a lie. The teams that win national championships, I never did it, but I bet you I can get my people on it. I bet you they have top recruited kids on their team.
Yeah, Alabama, Ohio State.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got to stop double talking when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop double speaking when it comes to this stuff. Like, we got to stop acting like, you know how it is with recruiting. Listen, bro, stop BS. I said 15 years.
And then,
we got other numbers too that we didn't even say. We got other numbers that we didn't even say. Yeah.
And then, you getting South Florida kids, man, that alone should give you a slight advantage in the Coastal. Like, God, just...
How many kids in South Florida that's probably 5 stars that can't get a 5th star because there's only 32 of them?
A lot. I just said we just had Wesley Bissainthe, the 5-star Footballville linebacker on the show. Like,
how many kids?
He goes to another state, he's a 5-star linebacker.
Right. They and you got them dropping him in the rankings, and then he goes out there and plays like an animal versus American Heritage. I didn't need to see that. Y'all needed to see that. Obviously, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that at all. I already knew what time it was. But no, man, I just wanted to make that clear, man. Listen, man, shout out to Manny. Manny's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? The business part of it and him as a person, two different things.
Yeah, it ain't no shade. It's just, we wanted to get an answer to a question that we recognize. And we put it out there hoping that he could recognize the same thing, but it just didn't come back the way we thought it would.
Yeah. No, I've been sitting in press conferences when I first started, and I used to be afraid to ask questions. And Manny and Banda, they would kind of look at me like, hey, say something, bro. And I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that. The question thing really ain't. I kind of do the interactive thing with the fans. And listen, man, y'all come log into the post game. I let them interact with the questions. Nobody don't do it like us. Like, you can actually be there. Sometimes I be like, listen, man, y'all, what questions y'all want to ask? And I ask your question. So come check us out. Come follow us on YouTube. You know what? In the comment section right now. In the comment section, put a question on there that you would want to ask Manny or TVD, because TVD always come up there.
Always. TVD.
TVD getting cooler and cooler too.
Yeah, he's starting to be Miami. Starting to get that Miami swag.
He going to move like this now, boy. He be like, yeah, man, what's up, man? Y'all make this shit fast, boy. You got some business.
You know what he remind me of? The Miami Vice vibe. Like, he here.
He done told his whole swag done totally changed. But let us know, man, in the comment section, man. Any question you want to ask Manny or TVD, put in the comment section. Put in the comment section, bro. Anything y'all want to know. Let us know.
Got some more news. Hearing it's a bunch of rumors about offensive coordinator Rick Lashley going to SMU. Yeah. A lot of fans they asking me. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Last time I jumped the gun on there and I was like, man, nobody ain't trying to get Banda. They just trying to. Then Banda was leaving. Banda gone.
I told him Banda was gone.
Banda was leaving. But the Lashley thing, listen, if Manny does lose his job, right? Basically, his agent just put everybody on alert. I say everybody that Lashley is being looked at as a head coach. Everybody. He put everybody in on alert. You know what I'm saying? What they said, SMU and who else?
SMU, like they saying SMU is the front runner. Like if Sonny Dykes takes that job at TCU, they won't Lashley. And basically he'll say yeah.
To SMU?
Yeah, basically the school he came from.
Yeah. You think Lashley want Miami job?
I would love it.
You think so?
Yeah, but I don't know if he'll get the opportunity.
Right.
Like, for him to get the opportunity, it would have been a situation where they already had fired Manny, and there's a couple games left for him to audition.
Right.
But he's not getting the opportunity. So,
if you had to take a guess at the Duke game, will Manny get fired?
Dang.
You just guessing now. You ain't no information. You had to take
yes.
You think so? If you had to take a guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he was to get fired, then somebody got to coach the bowl game.
Gotta be Lashley, maybe. But it depends. Like if SMU say, "Well, we hired Lashley," he's not gonna coach the bowl game. You gotta go over there and get his.
I don't put any onus on those media reports. You know what I'm saying? How often does those media reports come out, right? And then it actually what happens in the media report? Then Lashley, it's going to listen. It doesn't happen like that often. Media reports are media reports. I put more onus on timing and when they're placed. That makes sense? Yeah, I put more onus on timing and when they're placed. We were just in with Wesley Bissainthe. Did we figure out why they Cristobal him to go to state?
I guess because they kept saying that all the recruits loved the atmosphere while I was up there. And watching it on TV, it was a hell of an atmosphere. But it's Florida State versus UM.
Right.
You ain't going to get that from too many colleges. You know what I'm saying? That's an atmosphere that's, oh man, it's for one, it's a rivalry. It's one of the biggest rivalries in sports, not just college sports, not in football, but sports. So you got players who grew up playing with each other, against each other. They don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why.
Wesley, somebody sent me a video of him signing, he was signing autographs, and it was like, my boy famous, you know what I'm saying? What Wesley has grown into, bro, like, looking at him, he's bigger than T2 was, right?
I don't know, man. T2 is probably
he looks
maybe 5 pounds bigger,
but he's taller.
Now T2 was a lot more, he had a lot more solidness.
What, did he?
Yeah.
Wesley's
taller.
He's grown into it. How tall is saying he is?
6'2". He say he's 6'2", 205.
And T2 was 6'1"?
Yeah.
Yeah? No, man, he's grown into a nice kid, bro. He said, 205? T2 left her. How much did T2 weigh?
Officially, it was 205.
205? Killian versus Central, right? Killian's ranked number 1. They undefeated, but they didn't pay the schedule Central played.
Yeah, they definitely ain't play that schedule.
You got a point spread you think Central could beat them by? I said Central could beat them by. Got a point spread for the game.
Minus 17.
17? You think they're 17? You think the 17 points better than Killian? Yeah. What about matchup between Cardinal Gibbons and Gulliver?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with Gulliver, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's Gulliver here, dog. I think I've been yelling Carson Haggard, and I think he's putting up numbers. They putting their foot on people.
Yeah, they almost 50 points a game.
And I don't know. I think they're gonna get their revenge against Cardinal Gibbons. They got a chip on their shoulder. I think they're gonna get their revenge in that game. I think Gulliver walk away with that. Then you got Columbus Palmetto, right?
Columbus Palmetto for the third time.
Think for the play again for the third time?
For the third time.
Yeah. Who you like in that game, bro?
I'm gonna ride with the boys in Palmetto.
You think Palmetto take him down?
Yeah.
That's your homeboys, ain't it?
Shouts out to G7, one of the best athletes in the nation.
See, he just committed somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think it's.
Where he committed to? It's right here.
Western Carolina.
Western Carolina. Why would
Shame on you, every school in Florida. Shame on you.
How tall is he? 5'8"?
Yeah.
What do you think they just cause of size?
Yeah,
We thinking like 100,
size.
100 and what?
Maybe like 170, maybe 160
170?
something. But he's a playmaker.
You haven't learned, like these schools haven't learned. This is the problem. This is what I think the problem is now. And which let's not act like we confused. Now you have the transfer portal. You really don't have to take a 5'8" high school kid anymore now because you have the transfer portal. So that's on top of colleges not liking to take small kids. You know what I'm saying? It's finna get worse for high school kids. Worse is a bad word. The process is going to be different for high school kids. Colleges are going to start digging in the transfer portal. High school recruiting. I had a high school coach tell me the other day, man, my phone be blowing up, but they not calling for high school kids no more. And this is the top high school coach with 20 D1 kids on his roster. He said they calling me because they want a relationship with the kids that's in the transfer portal. We've been screaming this for how long, X?
Oh, yeah.
I hope they've been listening. You know what I'm saying? So all that, I'm going to Clemson, I'm going to Georgia, all that. Man, listen, bro. All them days are coming to an end for most kids. For most kids.
Yeah, if you're not that top tier kid, you better start really thinking about.
It's going to be. I'm finna explain y'all. Y'all listen, man. Take that damn earphones off and listen to me. It's going to be like baseball. You're going to really have to want to play football to make it to where you're trying to go. That makes sense? So if it's last chance where your career started at, that's where it's going to be. You're going to really have to want to play football to end up where you're trying to go. Because the process with them sitting that transfer portal there, they just took a level and just stuck it in the middle, and like all the players we're gonna fall in here, and then the college is gonna scoop from here, and the high school kids under here like, hey man, I gotta get up there, no. So the ones that really passionate about football, those are the ones that's gonna make it. Just like baseball, you get drafted out of high school, and then you go to triple Z, double Z league, and then you got to fight your way.
I mean, but just like you said on the show, I think like a month ago, you were like, man, you go to that school and then hit the portal, and you basically up your value. You know what I'm saying? You go to that school for 2 years or 3 years, and boy, hey, let me leave. And
but they got to get out of the emotion of maybe that's what we're looking at with G7. Maybe. Cause we talking out both sides of our mouth now, so maybe that's what we're looking at. Maybe.
Yeah, but still shame on you. Like, come on, UCF, South Florida, FAU, FIU, like, come on, one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? If it's not the big three, it's one of y'all should be like, boy, he ain't leaving the state.
Yeah.
Central Florida, that type of player you need.
Right. But listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here. This Crib Talk, y'all make sure y'all like, share, and our D Squad, man. If you're trying to get invested into the stock market or cryptocurrency, we let you see what we investing in. We got group chats where we talk, we get together and we talk. You got to get into the community to get around the stuff, man. The link is in the description below. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, go follow us on Caneville on Instagram. Trying to build that up.
Yeah.
Caneville on Twitter, Instagram, trying to build that up. And man, listen, go follow
Footballville on Twitter. We building that up. Y'all get
I think
on.
we got like 300 people, man.
Just follow ever since we been. Yeah, I told you we finna get them numbers up, baby.
And go follow Wesley Bissainthe, man. The man had a traumatizing issue with his Instagram account. Go follow the man. I'm D, that's X, we out.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? It's